All right, the Domestic Violence Action Center is calling all men of Aloha to stand united for peace and live a life of nonviolence at this year's annual Men's March Against Violence. Here to tell us more is Matt Hunter. He's a board member for the Domestic Violence Action Center, or DVAC, and also a senior vice president and director of talent management and development over at Central Pacific Bank. Aloha, Bara.
Hey, Davey, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate. I know we got the Men's March coming up. When is that, by the way?
So the Men's March is coming up October 2nd. We're going to have it at Iolani Palace on the grounds there. It starts at 11 o'clock with the walk promptly starting at 11:30. So for those that have signed up, we absolutely look forward to having them come out. And for those that have not signed up, I would encourage you to sign up and join us in this walk against domestic violence in Hawaii.
I really am interested because this is actually a men's march against violence. Why are you guys putting out the kahea or the call to men for them to get involved?
Yeah, that's a great question, Davey. So unfortunately, a lot of people think of domestic violence as a women's issue. And while it is a women's issue, it's also a community issue. It's a legal issue, it's a moral issue, and it's absolutely a men's issue. In situations where domestic violence happens, typically men are the perpetrators. Now, that's not always the case, and men can certainly be victims of domestic violence as well. So the walk is a way for us to reduce the stigma around domestic violence and to raise awareness around that in our Hawaii community.
I like that. We'll give that the website and the phone number at the end of the interview, but let's learn a little bit more about DVAC and how it takes a holistic approach to helping our families here in Hawaii.
Yeah, thank you. So DVAC is a nonprofit organization that was founded in 1991. To my knowledge, it's the only organization in Hawaii that focuses 100% of our time on domestic violence. And so when we look at what DVAC provides, the first thing that comes to my mind is self-sufficiency. So a lot of the times in domestic violence situations, either the abusee, the person being abused, will go back to the abuser or stay with them because they're financially dependent on them. And so our goal with the services we provide is to have them be self-sufficient after that. And so we do take a holistic approach that helps our survivors and our victims walk through every stage of the journey that they're on. Some examples are legal representation, if that's needed. Also, as we can go as an advocate to the courtroom and sit with them and help walk them through the process.
Wow.
We offer housing accommodations. Now, again, in Hawaii, that's a little bit harder. We offer a teen program, and that's something that's really critical. 1 in 10 teens in the United States, when they're dating, is a victim of physical violence. And some other things. We offer a risk assessment to walk through the risk of the individual. There's some questions and some criteria. If there is high risk, then we help them build a safety plan to ensure that they can avoid violence in the future.
What are some of the warning signs that we should be looking for when it comes to domestic or intimate partner violence, and then what should we do?
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. So let me address the first part of that question first. Some of the ones that are maybe a little bit more obvious would be, in physical violence, would be if somebody came in with a black eye, or they had a busted lip, or they had a scrape, or a bruise, or broken bones, unfortunately, right? Those are the physical things that we can see. But it's not just that, right? In these types of environments or these types of relationships, there's also controlling behavior, and there's also emotional abuse as well, which often can be harder to see. In addition, behavior change is a big one as well. So if you know somebody who's happy and friendly and outgoing, and all of a sudden their behavior changes to the opposite of that, that might be an indication that something's going on. So in the event that you see that or see signs or witness it, there's a couple things that you can do and we'd encourage you to do. The first one is you can always call HPD, our Men and Women in Blue. And that is one way to do that, and you can do that anonymously as well. However, calling the police is not always the best solution. Sometimes it might escalate the situation. So if you suspect or see something that's taking place, I always say, see something, say something. You can certainly go to that person and you can let them know that you're there to support them and that they're not alone, and that you can help them find resources if that's the case.
And that's a big deal. Matt Hunter, thank you so much.
Davey, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about people that I know that have been in those situations.
Yeah.
Both men and women, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a
very, very hard subject to talk about.
But that's why Matt was here to just kind of put the kahea out to the men that they need to stand up and really make a stand for our, victims.
Right.
And also to show their support. So this is going to be important if you can
I
make
think
it.
so.
The Men's March Against Violence and the theme Men of Aloha. It happens on October 2nd at 8:30 a.m. at Iolani Palace. If you want more information, you can go to domesticviolenceactioncenter.org/events. Thanks again to Matt for showing up and sharing that message.